my audience. Imagine you're walking along the shores of a beautiful beach. The sun is shining, the waves are crashing, and you look down and see the sand littered with plastic bottles, straws, and bags. This is not an isolated case. Our planet is drowning in plastic waste, and much of it comes from single-use plastics, item we use for just a minute, but then stick around for hundreds of years. Now you might think, we live in Fargo, North Dakota, how does this affect us? The truth is, plastic pollution doesn't stop at the ocean. It's in our water, our soil, and even the air we breathe, and it's time we did something about it. That's why today, I want you to choose to support a ban on single-use plastics for the sake of our environment, our health, and our economy. One common argument is that banning single-use plastics will negatively affect businesses, especially small ones that rely on cheap packaging. Yes, switching to sustainable materials may have upfront costs, but let's look at the bigger picture. According to a 2019 article from Time magazine, the EU passed a legislation to phase out single-use plastics across its 27 member states. Their estimate, it could prevent $25 billion in environmental damages by 2030. That's not just good for the planet, it's economically smart. So yes, there might be some initial adjustments, but when you compare that to the billions we currently spend on environmental cleanup and the long-term effects of pollution, the economic benefits of a ban are crystal clear. Another point you'll often hear is, we don't need to ban plastics, we just need to recycle better. In theory, that sounds great, but in reality, it's not working. The National Resource Defense Council reports that less than 9% of plastic waste actually gets recycled. Most of it ends up in landfills or the ocean, where it breaks down into toxic microplastics. These microplastics are now in our seafood, our drinking water, and even the air we breathe. Studies have found microplastics even in human blood and lungs, raising serious concerns about long-term health effects. We can't recycle our way out of this, so it's time to stop the problem at the source. Let's talk about what's actually happening to our environment. Single-use plastics are the #1 source of marine litter, according to the World Wildlife Fund. In fact, their 2024 global poll shows that 85% of people support a ban on single-use plastics. That's a powerful statement and one we should listen to. Plastics don't biodegrade, they photodegrade, breaking down into smaller and smaller pieces that remain in the environment forever. This pollution kills millions of marine animals every single year, from turtles and whales to birds and fish. If we continue on this path, scientists predict that by 2050, there will be more plastic than fish in the ocean by weight. But here's the good news. We do have solutions. Countries like Canada, India, and members of the EU are already taking bold steps by banning single-use plastics. They're seeing innovation in biodegradable packaging, reusable container programs, and community-driven waste reduction initiatives. By supporting a ban, we not only protect the planet, but we encourage economic growth through sustainable innovation. A 2023 Yale E360 report found that 3 out of 4 people globally support a single-use plastic ban. So today, I'm not asking you to give up convenience, I'm asking you to make a conscious choice. Choose to say no to that plastic straw or bag, choose to support businesses that are making eco-friendly changes, and choose to urge local lawmakers to take action. Because when we ban single-use plastics, we're not just cleaning up our environment, we're protecting our health, our future, and our values. Thank you.